Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from Manhood. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that. Chow time.
Guys not making a move anymore is so frustrating because the amount of times that I've heard so-and-so has liked you before, like at this time. I didn't know if you felt the same way, so he never said anything to you. I've been getting that a lot recently, and I can't stop thinking, what if, bro? Frustrating. So guys, can you make a move again? Can we stop being
Can you make a move too? I mean, we can both make moves.
afraid and just make a gesture? I'm never gonna make a move.
Women set the standards and can't handle the results.
Yep.
It's as simple as that. Modern dating and relationships are equivalent to putting men in a maze. However, they are unaware.
We are the mices.
The end gate was locked from the other side from the start.
All right, ladies, listen up. Listen up. This is very important. A man who doesn't plan dates does not give an F about you. And I know what you're going to say. Why should he give an F about me? He doesn't know me. Wrong. A real, true, masculine provider man who is a gentleman and who is out seeking...
Literally put all the adjectives that they can to make it seem like a great kind of guy. Masculine, manly, provider type.
Something serious, who is dating with intention, is going to want to impress you. He's not going to want you to look elsewhere. No. He's going to want to impress you, which means he'll be asking you, what's your favorite cuisine? He'll be asking you, how are you getting to this location? Can I pick you up, or I'll send a car? He's going to care about your safety.
This whole sending a car thing was never a thing before until, Uber and Lyft and all of those things now. Well, I mean, I guess for like the super echelons of people, yeah, but nowadays, yeah, people can send you Ubers and stuff, but if people think it's like a normal thing for me to pay like a $40 Uber for Uber to pick you up and bring you to the date, plus I gotta pay for the date and plan everything else and do everything else. It's like, oh, really?
He's going to be worried about your safety. That is the kind of man that you want to be with. Stay away from men who do not plan dates.
In this age of equality, women should approach men, prove their interest, plan dates, and generally put in as much effort as they expect men to. Watching these women speak about how to attract men and how to approach men is the most significant sign of desperation on the part of women.
The downside of being attractive is they don't even try. She's out of money. She's not going to give me the time of the day.
It would take a lot of investment for her to choose him if she doesn't desire him already. I remember one guy when I went to drama school, he was in the year above me. There was this girl in my year, really attractive girl. He was a great guy, average looking guy. He messaged her and talked to her every day for like 3 or 4 months before she went on a date with him. Now from that, they ended up being in a relationship for like 2 and a bit years. But that's what it took for him to even get to a point, give so much investment just for her to even give the opportunity. Personally for me, I would not do that. Either there's a level of reciprocal desire here, and then it's like, cool, then I'll make the effort to see where it goes. But if there isn't, that's all good. I wish you the best. Nothing but love for you, right? So I think if a guy sees a girl that he really feels is out of his league, he's like, okay, I'd have to put so much work just for her to get to this point where I'm at now, where I'd even just give it a chance. And then even then, you don't even know if she's going to be a good person or not. Sure, you get the really good looking girl. That's the thing. It's not even guaranteed.
But then nothing is guaranteed, is it?
Of course.
Well, exactly, which is why they don't try.
Do you know who won't leave the friend zone? The bears you choose. You told us to leave.
Well, tell the truth, the Bears are leaving too, brother. They're with us.
So we respected your wish and then left.
2025 is the year that we are finding our husbands. And by finding, I mean just opening up your eyes and realizing that there's men all around you at all times. All you need to do is smile. Go out to dinner by yourself. Go talk to your gym crush. Ask him if he could help you lift up a weight. Smile at people when you're out. Go join a workout class. Put yourself in an environment where you have the opportunity to meet people. And when you are meeting people, have conversations. And when you like how that conversation is going and you can tell that it's starting to unfold in the way that maybe a little flirtation is happening, put yourself out there a little bit more. Maybe ask for an Instagram. If somebody is leading it to show you that they're interested, bite back. Because in 2025, we are not playing. Start smiling. Start smiling, talking to your gym.
This is actually good advice. Yes, put in a little bit of effort, ladies. We're not asking you to do too much. yeah, maybe slightly approach here and there, but really it's just to be more nice, just more friendly, smile more, be more receptive of people approaching you.
Crush, put yourself out there because we are not playing anymore.
Brothers, if you have still not awakened to the reality, get out of the game entirely. Focus upon the purification and cultivation of your soul, and everything else is fodder and minutiae after that. If you are still trying to outgame them or figure out how to benefit from the game, you are still a slave to it, and your consciousness needs to evolve now.
When girls claim they don't want guys to approach them ever, this stems from a pattern formed over years and years of approaches gone bad. Because honestly, so few guys know how to do it correctly.
True.
This is a special message for those of you who are not married yet. If you find a man who is not helping you, like pick up the dishes or clear the table, you can never expect him to help you after marriage. You will also not see him help you, even when you have children.
I've been going to the block party.
No, I actually somewhat agree with that. If the man is not willing to help at all, like even put dishes away or at least wipe the counter or wipe the table afterwards or something, then there might be a little bit of an issue. But I think most men are genuinely glad to help. Will gladly help put dishes away. Will gladly wipe the tables and things like that. But just ask or tell us so, and then we'll most likely do it.
Parties, all of that good stuff, the day parties has been a time. But the problem is the men just stare at you. They just stare at you the whole time. They don't approach you.
Yes, because we're waiting for a sign somewhere that you like us back, so we're just waiting for that sign and we're looking for it.
What happens to masculine men? Like, you guys don't approach women anymore. I don't understand it.
Me staring at you. That I never see you again.
I am tired. I am tired of the men.
When many men today look at the negatives and positives of being married or staying single, it becomes apparent that for many of us, staying single outweighs marriage. Yes, you are giving up something, but maybe gaining something of more importance by staying single. Men seek peace and tranquility, and many of today's modern women do not offer that.
Come towards you, do they target you?
Well, yeah, feminists, the reason I upset feminists so much is because the typical feminist tactic is to cancel somebody, right? To come at somebody and call them misogynist and call them all these things, and then that person loses their career or their slander. You can't slander me because I have fuck you money and you can't take it away. So I'll say what I want because I'm a realist, and when you're a realist, you're sexist. There's no way you can be rooted in reality and not be sexist.
I can somewhat
Modern women
agree
have
with
changed
that.
their gender roles to individualism, and men have essentially maintained their traditional roles. Times have changed dramatically with divorce law inequality, and men are being hugely disadvantaged legally and financially.
I always hear about how women should lower their standards because they say women only like a small segment of the population that are men, and all of us are trying to get them. How about men just stop being ugly? Have you guys thought of that? Just stop being ugly.
Men are learning the hard
I didn't know we can do that. How do we do that?
way that the risks are too great to be associating with these modern women indoctrinated with feminism. The divorce industry is booming, and it is a big business. Lawyers get extra wealthy, women gain free money, and courts are cashing in with fees only because she got bored and her friends told her that she has options. The biggest losers out of this are the children.
Yeah. That's my issue today with a lot of women saying, I want a good man. I want a good husband. I want a family man. I want a man that comes from a good background. But then I look at their behavior and I look at the way they move. You don't reflect the very morals and values that you want in your man, because those types of men are not looking for any woman. They're looking for the exact same woman that shares the same values and morals. Correct. And I think that's where the disconnect is.
This has been a situation in the making for probably over 50 years.
Yep.
Men have finally decided that it's all a recipe for misery. Love is dangerous. It's a drug. You crave it. You want it. But look at the price you paid for it.
Ooh.
The situation is increasingly dangerous for men, especially in the United States. In the US, any child your wife has, no matter who the father is, you pay child support for after divorce because you were married.
Yeah,
if you're a male and you're like, what the hell, there's no good females out there to date, these are all trash options, what do I do? I was talking to my boyfriend the other day, and he was telling me that he had such a hard time finding a girlfriend before he met me, and this is why. Tell me if you agree. So he would walk up to a lot of different females. That's basically what he did to me. That's how he found me, okay? And when he walked up to these females, he would say, "Hi," just like that, and want to start a conversation. He said so many people would just look him in the eyes and either just walk away, like straight up, look at him and just leave, or they would give him like the biggest resting bitch face and then be such a bitch to him that it's like, why would you even want to have a conversation? It's like you're talking to a wall or someone that like wants to stab you in the face.
Pretty much.
It was really, really uncomfortable. In fact, we actually did this little exercise. It was funny. Like he was sitting down on the beach and then I was going for a walk, and when I got back from my walk, I walked up to him pretending like I didn't know him, and I'm just like, "Hi, nice to meet you. What book are you reading?" And he looked at me like he wanted to kill me. And he was like, "It's a book about houses," or something like that. I don't know what he said. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like really trying to have a conversation, but it's like, how the fuck do you have a conversation with someone when they don't want to talk to you and they're like, "What, like, why are you in my space?" And they look at you like you're almost an alien, okay? Yeah. So females, if you're listening to this video, that is from a male perspective, okay? So if you're a male and you're watching this video, I totally get it, okay? Like there are many people out there that probably look at you like you're absolutely crazy, okay? Females, if you're watching this video, just be aware that if someone comes up to talk to you, it takes a lot of courage to do that. Just like walking up to someone in general is very intimidating and scary, okay? And you're probably beautiful, okay? So that's why they're walking up to you. So if anything, just be a little bit more nice when they do walk up to you, have a conversation. I mean, they are a human being, so if anything, you can just have like a fun, nice conversation. I get it.
I don't think you have to have a conversation. I don't think it's that bad to reject men. I don't think it is. But reject them in a normal way. Like, "Sorry, I'm not interested." That's all it really takes, right? You don't need to give them an attitude. You don't need, because once we get so many attitudes, then we're just like, "Oh, something's wrong with me," or "Something's wrong with my approach. I'm just an ugly guy," or whatever it is.
If like you don't want to be bothered, just say like, "Oh yeah, this is the book I'm reading. It's called How Emotions Are Made. Yeah, but if you don't mind, I was just really busy reading. I'm gonna keep doing my thing if that's okay." Yeah. Something like that is so simple. It's very polite, and honestly, I think that's kind of like what I always say when.
I mean, again, I always talk about the respect thing, but it's politeness and cordialness. We've also lost. We've lost pure. Americans used to be one of the most polite people, in my opinion. Everywhere I went when I was a kid, everybody said hi to each other, greeted each other, give each other at least a, like men would walk to each other, and then when I see a woman, I'm like, like it's just like, when I see a woman, I'm like head down and I, give her a little nod, and then I see a guy, I'm like, "What's up?" Like everybody acknowledged everybody around, but that was before social media. Now everybody's kind of attached to their phones. They're not looking at everywhere or, paying attention to things or even care about what's going on around them anymore.
When I lived in Chicago, I sat in the Riverwalk and so many people would just walk up to me randomly. But I think it's very good to always be open to people, always be open to opportunity. And if you don't like someone, that's fine too. You can just straight up say like, "Thank you for having," or like starting a conversation. Like, "I'm doing my own thing," and that's that, okay? But I did think it was very interesting from a male perspective that it is very challenging to find people in this world that will just be very open and have a conversation. That's why he told me, he's like, "When I came up to you, you were like the friendliest person that I've talked to in a very long time." And we ended up talking for like the entire sunset, and it was like pitch black outside and we were still talking, and it was just amazing. Like we had a ton in common, and it was just like the vibe was instantly there. So like maybe it was a coincidence, I don't know, but just try to be more open to opportunity from both sides of the story, okay? Males and females. Males, I'll just say, keep going out there, keep finding your people, keep doing your thing. And females, keep smiling, keep putting away that resting bitch face, and just be open to opportunities. And honestly, like,
that's pretty much the advice. Women, be more open. Men, be a little bit more aggressive. Or be more open to putting in work and approaching women. If those two things worked out with each other, I think more relationships would be going out.
We can switch sides too. Like females can walk up to males, right? Correct. And males, don't be so like, like, "Oh my God, like I'm so cool," and like stuff like that. If a female walks up to you to have a conversation, like just be open to it. Honestly, true. I think that's the main way we're going to get rid of like the modern dating of using a dating app and finding like trash options on.
You're right, girl. I actually like your method of thought process. Yes, if women were just a little bit more approachable and men were more willing to approach, we would fix everything.
There, okay? Because it's so easy to hide behind your phone and do this stuff. So get some courage and good luck. Put a smile on your face and good luck. I love you. Bye.
That's right. All the equality and all the feminism works for modern women when it benefits them. As soon as they see they won't be able to handle something, they'll suddenly want a man to take care of them. There's no end to the double standards that women apply to men. Men are expected to understand and respect women's hormones and act accordingly. But women are never going to understand men's testosterone and masculine tendencies.
All right, y'all. Why do women get mad? Men prefer much younger women. Glad you asked. Your girl got an answer for you. Let's get into it, family.
Okay, so if men only want to date 20-year-old women, then who is my son going to date? Because my son is going to get into that age range eventually. And if every single man in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s plus whatever is dating 20-year-old women, who is my son going to date? Like, clearly he's going to be young, so he can't really go any younger because that obviously would be illegal. But what is this obsession of wanting to date 20-year-old women? Like, you guys are ruining it from the 20-year-old guys.
Shut the hell up. The women also get to choose too, you idiot. It's not like men just, plop 22-year-old, you're mine. No, we have to approach, we have to do things, and women have to reciprocate, right? And women are reciprocating to older men. Why? Because of financial reasons, stability, older, more mature, blah, 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 whatever it is.
And every single time I run across a 20-year-old guy and some older man is talking about they want to date 20-year-old women, I try to tell him, yo, this older man sees you as competition for the type of woman that he wants to date. That's why he's trying to ruin it for you. Or he's just keeping you around.
Whoa, what? You think that we're trying to ruin it for the younger guys?
So he can have access to more 20-year-old women, and that's pretty much it. Like, they're grooming y'all too, you 20-year-old dudes too, so you can end up just like them. What? And why didn't these grown men, when they were in their 20s, date 20-year-old women? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what were y'all doing back?
To the men who say they'd rather date younger women because older ones are damaged and they don't want to deal with all that baggage, one, it's clear you don't have empathy for yourself to recognize that everyone's damaged, including you. And if you
doesn't mean I have to deal with it, or do I want to deal with it? So why does it matter? Just because I have empathy and feel sorry for you does not mean I want it for myself.
Say, no, I don't let things bother me. You're lying. You probably can't even access where you were hurt since childhood, because us women who have dated...
Why does it matter? I'm okay now. I do well now. I don't have to access my childhood traumas to be better about myself.
Older guys, while in the beginning it might seem like everything's fine and you have everything taken care of, when you start peeling back the layers in a long-term relationship, you see he's got stuff. And who's willing to put up with that stuff? That woman. You just want the easy route of not doing the work on yourself and having low intimacy.
So for starters, I will say that there's an extremely large age difference. It can look a little funny, 20, 30 years age difference does make you think, do they have in common? He was 30 when she was born. Here's the thing, if it's not illegal and no one was abused or is being abused in the process, then it is what it is, okay? Here's the part two to my answer. Now I'm a divorced woman, have a child, and I'm in my 30s. And I've heard everything that's said online. So at first, it was hard to accept. Hard to hear that you're not someone's preference because of some things that you can't control at this moment. True. And I used to get mad at it. Everyone wants to be everyone's preference. And I had to accept, not for everybody. And look, I'm okay with it. There's men that's gonna love me for exactly who I am. And there's men that's not. All good. What's for me is for me. That's that. Accepting it for what it is really helped me to no longer be mad at it.
You're
gonna date a single parent?
I think a lot of men have to accept it that way too. They don't like you. She doesn't like us. Move on. Walk away. Don't put yourself in the friend zone. Build yourself up a little bit and approach another woman.
You need to stop and think about the logistics behind dating that single parent. You can't be half in, half out. You need to commit or get the fuck out. Stop wasting our time. Stop wasting our energy. And stop hurting us.
we're not trying to like commit immediately as soon as we know you. We gotta vet you.
Damn. Recently was going on dates with a man, and nice guy, good guy, treated me well. But once I realized that he was not my husband, because I'm only looking for husband energy at the moment, I ended things with him, and I sent him a text, because like it wasn't that serious, you know, I needed to do it in person. Anyways, I sent him a text, told him that I didn't see it going any further, and he agreed. He said that he didn't think that he could make me happy. And while I appreciate that, it was a very kind response, he didn't even try. He didn't even try and say that he like wanted to change.
You're just too high maintenance.
That he wanted to like whatever. Like, I can be manipulated. I will listen to you.
We don't want to do it.
But you didn't.
It's so interesting that women, no matter the education level, will call men shallow for wanting women who are youthful, have fewer physical partners, and are loyal, but they can want and date Bruce Wayne and Superman, and it's just preference.
Older men who are dating younger women are looking for an escape.
From a young age, we are told women like older men too. So what does that say about the younger women? How is it our fault if they like us and we like them back?
Yeah.
Why are older women who did not want to marry while young, fertile and attractive, who can't respect men, who prioritize spending money on crap they don't need, who prioritize their education and their careers, always so completely shocked and surprised when they eventually end up old, childless, alone, in debt, with a PhD and a job they don't particularly want to do anymore?
Yep. That is most 40-year-old women right there.
Obviously, he dates young, hot women. And typically, once they turn age 25, he cuts them off.
When you're dating a 20-year-old and you're in your 40s, they don't have anything to base this back. They have no experience, the experienced teacher of life.
Older men date significantly younger women because women their own age don't want them.
I am 54. I don't really want to.
Like, really? You don't think that 55-year-olds or 50-year-olds want Leonardo DiCaprio? Really?
Hey, a 27-year-old or a 31-year-old.
Just endless male privilege.
And here we are, 48 hours past the date, and I have not heard a word, even though I have reached out.
Younger woman, please stop dating these old-ass dudes.
Can't hide it. There are tears of frustration this week.
She's damaged. All because a 40-year-old wants to be living his best life.
Any guy who goes after a girl significantly younger than them is severely lacking.
Yep, that's right. Wherever there is a happy 40-year-old man just enjoying his life.
It's so common to hear women say, I've got a great career, my own home, and make good money. That doesn't ever benefit a man in the slightest. Your career keeps you busy. Your home is yours, not ours, nor ever will be. And your money will never benefit us in any way, shape, or form.
Like, rarely has it ever benefited me. Like, maybe they've gotten me a couple gifts, paid for a couple things, but that's about it compared to the overwhelming side of my givingness.
This is why older women are so mad. Why? Because they were told that men should value their education, their income, and all this other stuff, and it ain't what men value. It's not what men want.
The fact of the matter, most older women are set in their ways and typically are pains in the backside. No one wants to deal with that except other women who think and act the same way. They believe their value is greater than what it really is. I mean, didn't we just see a woman record she sent a Cheesecake Factory woman because she is so above that? Yet she was. In fact, the guy who was trying to date her said he found her standing alone at a bar and no one was approaching her. That's a massive red flag right there. Thanks for watching Manhood.
Everything just makes sense when, like, I'm a 30-year-old marries, like, a 22, 23-year-old, 24-year-old. Like, a 8 to 10-year gap difference is actually a pretty good thing because women are looking for leaders. They're looking for men to be able to lead, men with experience, men with money, men with goals. You usually don't get those things until you're a little bit later in life. So it just makes sense why younger women are attracted to that, and why older men that are in that age bracket are also attracted to the same women that are attracted to them. It all makes sense. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that.